What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have the New Orleans Saints versus Atlanta Falcons Week 13 keys to victory. It's already Week 13, which is absolutely bizarre, but it is what it is. The season moves fast. Let's just hope that it has the same end goal that everybody has in mind, because Lord knows us Saints fans deserve it at this point. Anyway, before we get into this video, I have a couple things to say. The first thing would be that if you're new, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We are on our way to 10,000 subscribers. We're trying to hit it as fast as physically possible because that is a dream goal of mine. Thank you guys so much for helping me on the way. It's been an insane journey so far, and let's just hope that we can get that end result. We are at 8,670 subscribers at the time of this recording, so go ahead and yeah, subscribe if you're new. The next thing I have to say is thank you for all of the members that have joined the channel. A lot of you guys joined during that last stream I did. Thank you so much for your support. YouTube is only a dream to be a full-time thing at this point, as right now it's only part-time, something that I obviously have to work another job, but these guys are making it one step closer to not having to do that, so I can make this Saints content on a daily basis and really report on these Saints for you guys. So thank you so much. Their names are Mark 4, who is Evan, Trevor Sutherland, Nick Jones Productions, Saints World, Mr. Hoodat, Clover Talk Saints, Black at Your Soul, and Hoodat Fans number 41. I can't thank you guys enough. Thank you so much for your support. And if you'd like to join and be a member of the channel, just click that join button next to the subscribe. It would help me so much, even though your view already does enough for me. Thank you guys so much, and let's get into the video. So if you don't know what keys to victory is, it's essentially where the people that watch these videos are given a platform to go ahead and say what they think is going to be the #1 thing the Saints have to do to win this game. It's one of my favorite series of the week to do. If you'd like to join and be on an episode, you'd have to join the Discord, which is in the description of this video. So go ahead and do that if you'd like. The first key to victory we have here is from Wyatt BDV. He says, key to victory, get Alvin Kamara back involved in the passing game. Ever since Taysom has taken over, Alvin has 0 catches for 0 yards, and on Sunday, he had 1 catch for -2 yards. Taysom just isn't looking his way, and he continues to try to force the ball to Michael Thomas or takes unnecessary sacks. He needs to know when a check down to Kamara is the right decision, and he needs to pull the trigger on some throws too. Too many times on Sunday, I saw Taysom staring down at a receiver that was wide open, but he didn't pull the trigger. And also, with Breeze getting closer and closer to returning, Taysom needs to prove that he is capable of being our future quarterback. Wow. I actually really love this take. I haven't liked the underuse of Alvin Kamara over the last 2 weeks. It's like the safety blanket that was there for Drew Brees was definitely Alvin Kamara, but now it doesn't exist anymore, as Taysom Hill is literally only looking for Michael Thomas as that safety blanket player. Of course, I love this boost in Michael Thomas's stats. I want nothing but to see MT13 do good on the football field. Him having over 100 yards against Atlanta, and then him being the receiver of 4 of the 9 passes completed from Taysom Hill on Sunday against the Denver Broncos is absolutely fantastic to see, but I really think Alvin's talents are back to being underused and slightly ignored by someone that is playing our quarterback position. Sean needs to implement Alvin Kamara into this week's game plan, as him being an elite dual threat running back really gives us an offensive edge and makes us a matchup nightmare for most teams in the National Football League. Not many can do what Alvin Kamara can do. So with him going from 8 receptions, 9 receptions, 5 receptions, and 7 receptions over a 5-game stretch to 0 receptions for 0 yards and 1 reception for -2 yards is just a bit concerning, and it's not Alvin. It is not Alvin. And you can't say it's because of his injury, because he was playing through that injury in some of those games involved with that 5-game stretch. It just seems as if Taysom Hill is not willing to take the check down, as getting more yards through the air is something that he perseveres to try to do. But when you have a player capable of grabbing a check down and taking it 50 yards, you need to implement him into your game plan and not be scared to give him the ball in crucial situations. So all in all, I think that was a really good take by YOBDV, and he actually makes a ton of highlight videos on the New Orleans Saints, and he uploads almost daily as well. So if you'd like to go look at some highlights, some defensive clips, some just push together clips of the best moments of every Sunday's game, go ahead and subscribe to YOBDV. BDV. His link is going to be in the description of this channel as well. I'm telling you right now, he has a fantastic channel, and I know a lot of you asked me to bring mixes back, and that's just not my alley anymore. BDV has taken that over, so go ahead and give him a subscription because he is a fantastic Saints YouTuber as well. All right, the next key to victory we have here is from Just Joseph. He says, use ATL's one-dimensional offense to our advantage. They can barely run the ball. Our run defense is the best in the league. If we can hold up in the back end of the secondary, their offense will be trashed like it was week 11. Calvin Ridley and Julio Jones will be a challenge, but Janoris and Laddie can hold down the fort. At Nos also poo, TBH. Well, thank you for the resonating, really just therapeutic statement at the end of your key to victory, man. That was much appreciated, but this is also a really good key to winning this game. Holding down Todd Gurley against the Atlanta Falcons was something the Saints did with absolute ease. Gurley only had 8 attempts for 26 yards with a 3.2 yards per carry average. Gurley has been laughably bad as a volume running back this year, only picking up 3.7 yards per carry on the season. When Todd Gurley runs, you pretty much just pray that he breaks it off because on average, he's not picking up many yards, man. He gets stopped quite early on numerous occasions, and a lot of that is due to the offensive line of the Atlanta Falcons being absolute horseradish. For someone with 167 carries, only having 610 rushing yards is not that great. For perspective, Alvin Kamara only has 128 carries and is only 25 rushing yards behind Gurley at 585. Stopping Todd Gurley should not be a challenge for this New Orleans Saints front, as they are the league's second best in run defense, period, all around. The front seven has been absolutely fantastic, and so has the secondary so far at this back end of the season. The Saints rank first in the league in total defense. Once the miscues between the safeties stopped, we became a defensive powerhouse. Like you said, holding Calvin Ridley and possibly Julio Jones is easier said than done, especially when you don't know if Janoris Jenkins will be playing this week with that injury he suffered against the Denver Broncos. We played week 11 without Marshawn Lattimore though, so Janoris' potential placeholder in Patrick Robinson knows how to handle these Falcons just well, as with him on the field, we still held this Falcons team to 9 points, all 3 field goals. So yeah, overall that was a good take. I do like the idea of holding Todd Gurley and forcing Matt Ryan to throw the ball, especially when their offensive line's pass blocking ability just isn't that great. The next key to victory I have here is Taysom is formerly known as No with a Heart. They said Taysom needs to take more calculated risks. In the last game, Taysom was scared to throw to open targets because he was being pressured. He needs to find that happy medium he found in the Atlanta Falcons game. I agree with this one as well. As I've said a few times since the Broncos game, Taysom's stats were not the problem for me at all. I did not care about his 9 for 16 passing with an interception. That wasn't my problem because obviously it was very clear that the game plan was to pound the rock, tire out that defense, and run up the gut until you put some points up on the board. That wasn't my issue. My problem were the intangibles. His timing and decision-making skills just did not look that great, but I'm also certain that these things will be cleaned up for this game against the Atlanta Falcons. Taysom was given a speech by Sean Payton preaching ball security and winning the game on the ground. He was told not to make bad decisions, and for the most part, he didn't do that. The one interception he threw was because of a tip pass. It wasn't really a bad decision. He kind of had Michael Thomas, but that's besides the point. We still put up 30 points last week. We still got the win, but you're right. We need to see something more out of Taysom Hill this week, preferably something that's relatively close to the 18 for 23, 233 yards, 51 rushing yards, and 2 rushing touchdown performance he had against the Atlanta Falcons in week 11, because him being absolutely surgical and looking like a baby Drew Brees out there is one of the main reasons we won that game, and it's something that will have to happen again if we want to sweep the Atlanta Falcons. The last one we have here is from Content. He says there are no keys to victory. Aints losing 56-0, and that's final. I don't want to hear it, and you better put this in the vid, Nos, or else. I mean, the Saints do tend to lose 56-0 on a weekly basis. We'll have to see. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Go ahead and leave a comment and like and do all that fancy stuff if you enjoyed. I appreciate you stopping by, and I'll see you boys in the next one. Adios. 0